Oh, man. You're not watching a recording. I know there's people are asking right now, is this a recording? No, this is live. We are back.
Hey, if I, because I came through the face space, if I click off face space, am I off?
No, you should be fine.
Look at the clarity.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's fuzzy.
You're fuzzy, and I look like I've got a flashlight shooting up my nostrils.
This is so cool because this is obviously a Friday night party night. Been a while since I've done one of these with you guys, and you guys make it so easy for me. I look at EW, and I'm like, I'm lit. And then I look at Annie, and I go, I'm stoned.
And I'm sorry, boss, but I forgot the cupcake. I was going to have a cupcake.
You did tell me something about cupcakes. I forgot about that. You are absolutely right.
I'm so sorry. We'll do that next week.
Okay.
What's the thing with the cupcakes?
It's our 11 years now.
Yeah,
You've been doing this 11 years?
Yeah, yesterday was actually the Pairanormal's birthday.
Yep.
Wow, I thought Cupcake was your dancer name. Completely whiffed on that one.
No. My dancer name is Sugar Lips.
Hmm. That's dangerous when you're a dancer.
Right?
I'm not getting involved in this conversation.
That's dangerous. That's
nope.
Never licked the pole once.
Not at all.
Leave mouthful things out of the equation.
Right.
That was my first lesson.
Oh, okay. Well, next time I'll have to go with some kind of cloth name, maybe satin.
Satin?
Yeah.
Or polyester.
Both.
No, you're not. You're definitely, honey, not polyester. Honestly. Hey, I'm a Baltimore person, so you're not polyester. So.
You're a what person?
Okay. Polyester.
What?
What person are you, Annie?
I'm just Annie. I'm just me.
No, you said you were from somewhere?
Oh, Baltimore.
There's an extra syllable in there. You might not be. It should be Balmer.
It is.
Balmer, huh?
I try not to speak
You're from Balmer.
I try not to speak like that.
Why don't you sit down and stoop with your daddy Bo?
Now what? Yeah, she knows who's gonna tease her too. The English teacher.
Well, bite me.
Now that sounds like Baltimore. Okay.
There you go.
I'll accept that answer.
That's a Texas answer too. I'm sorry. When you get the right Texans, you're gonna get the same response. But you might get a little more twang in that.
Yeah, maybe a y'all.
Yeah, we do y'alls, y'all, all y'alls.
Yeah. All y'all.
I still think that originated from Texas.
You haven't been on the Eastern Shore.
Texas, the cradle of civilization.
Amen.
Yes. When they talk about the Big Bang, it all came from here, Texas. Yeah, you don't remember remember the Alamo? There was a Big Bang there.
Yeah,
quite a few Big Bangs.
I think that's your new dancer name.
Big Bang.
Big time.
or Alamo.
Either one. Either one. Never surrender. Never surrender.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here's a good question for you guys. Just popped up in the chat room. Totally worth asking. What's the best candy for Halloween?
I grew up in a rough neighborhood.
Oh,
We always, I mean, it wasn't that we couldn't afford it. It was just that we had a rough neighborhood. We got nothing but black licorice, candy corn, and like warm cans of Coors Light. They would just throw them at us. You have to catch them in the bag. And then, so
Gotcha.
yeah, and you know what? You know what? We grew up tough. We liked it. We like, especially the Coors Light, but we liked it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can play that one because when I just think of Halloween, I think about being 6 years old, chugging warm cans of beer.
Gotcha. Okay. Annie, what was yours?
Well, that's kind of hard because let's see. I can't remember back that far, but I do remember.
I was going to say the same.
Yeah, I'm older than you, way older than you. But when I had the kids, the kids were little, and we used to, of course, parents always check their kids' candy, make sure everything's fine. But I always got dibs on Charleston chews, peanut chews. I like Almond Joy, sometimes, and
yeah,
I would get dibs first.
Do you sometimes feel like a nut?
Sometimes you don't.
Well, I thought I would share with you guys something that Greg and I have in common.
And I don't know who Greg is yet. You haven't introduced me. Everyone's going,
who's you're absolutely right. We just popped in and
who's this boogaboo?
Underneath, right there is the most.
Annie's professional.
Absolutely wonderful, funny man that I have ever seen in my life. And you always, no matter what, cheer me up.
Me?
Yes.
You are stoned.
You make me laugh so hard.
That's why I do it. Just for Annie.
I thought I would share this.
Oh yeah, it is the guy.
Oh, it's what's his face?
Yeah, my buddy Courtney Gaines. I can't really say my buddy Courtney Gaines because it's only a one-way street. To me, that's my buddy Courtney Gaines. And to him,
dude, you want to know? I didn't tell you how it happened. We walked in and I saw him there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pretend like I'm one of these people walking around. And I asked him a question. I can't remember what I said. Oh yeah, are you that weird guy from the corn place? He looked up at me. He's like, yeah. He jumps up, runs over, and hugs me. I was like, yeah. Okay, I had no idea I was in that kind of standing with you. Woohoo!
He loves you. He loves you.
Well,
Courtney's a great guy, period.
Courtney's been on my show a few times, the Funky Werepig.
Well, I like him. I remember seeing Children of the Corn probably when it came out, but I remember him best in Memphis Belle.
Yeah, he's got an incredible, 40 years he's been acting and he doesn't stop.
Oh,
he's still knocking out 2-3 movies a year.
Right. Yeah, well, you have to understand, he does this stuff because his agent sets him up for it. And he doesn't just have that one. He's got Candy Corn. He's got Colors, Memphis Belle. Actually, cool story he was telling me. I don't know if you were on the phone with us at that moment, where he was talking about the special picture that he had done.
Well, I think so.
Okay, so somebody did this amazing picture of Memphis Belle, and he said it is probably the clearest picture ever made of that. So he's actually going to try to get a copy of it so he can start doing the signings of that.
Yeah, I went and bought a poster years ago because I absolutely loved that movie. It's definitely one of my favorites. And where I was working, they had a wood shop, and they made me this beautiful frame. And this was one of those theater posters, not a dumb thing. It was an actual theater poster. I love that thing. And my kids, I don't know how they found it, and I still have it downstairs. They got me a little metal Memphis belt, and it's even got the lady on the side of it.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know where they got it, but they got it for me for a present.
That's very cool. Yeah, every time I see Courtney, like I said, he's been in the Funky Werepig a few times. Every time I see him, I go up and I go, Courtney, and he just stares at me and I go, Greg Hall, Funky Werepig, and he just stares at me and I go, EW's friend, and he goes, EW's friend.
He's just pulling your leg.
I know he is. Courtney's good at doing that.
That's it. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Courtney, if you're watching, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Poor Greg. Yeah, let's just say it was still pretty fun visiting with him. I got the opportunity to talk to him quite a bit. But let's get into a little bit of who we do have here. I always like the warm up, get everybody here first so long, and then get to going. But for those who don't know, of course, you are watching Pairanormal right here on TMV Cafe on YouTube, and that other place, that face place. What is that? Oh yeah, Facebook. But tonight we actually have with us comedian, something I haven't done for him in a long, long time. So you guys got to bear with me on this. Comedian, award-winning author, and host of the Funky Werepig, Mr. Greg Hall.
And a real hell of a nice guy, and a cutie pie too.
Really, even with this, I promised myself that I'm not going to trim this beard until they start a brand new Halloween trilogy. I hear the old ones ending, and I just can't take it.
I'm sorry.
Like a year. Yeah,
you didn't hear all of it.
End. You know what I told Tom? I told Tom the other day because they said, "Oh, it's the end." There's going to be the ghost of Michael Myers.
I haven't seen the last one yet. I'm toughing it out through the first two of the trilogy. I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen in the third one. I have some bad guesses. We actually we just started season 3.
Yes,
season 3 of the Funky Werepig. Can you believe that? 3 seasons we've been on. We haven't been fired yet. What the hell?
Well, I know what it is. We don't have anybody breaking into the studios anymore.
That's Bong Brothers, Skip Novak. That's all him. The only reason the only reason I used to be in your studios after closing was he would break in, and I would spend hours trying to get him out of there. Just hours. And eventually he would come out with me eventually. I had to talk him out of it. But that's the only reason I was in there after hours on the TMV Cafe, pushing buttons. I was trying to see which one was the ejector seat.
Right.
And sometimes we just wind up on the air.
Excuse me.
So, but
yeah, we just kicked off season 3. Our premiere was just a couple weeks ago on the YouTube, and we had PJ Souls as our guest. That's right,
as our kickoff guest from the original Halloween. Like all these new ones. Nah, PJ was there for the very first. She got strangled by a phone cord.
Oh, that's right. You're doing the I can't remember the one where everyone
smells like.
Yeah. The one where people die by somebody's hands, and the nice fun little mystery.
Yeah, no, it's no mystery now. That was like 40 years ago. Yeah, PJ died.
Yeah.
Hope it wasn't a spoiler. If you haven't seen the original John Carpenter's Halloween, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you. PJ gets strangled by a
If
phone
somebody
cord.
hasn't yet, make sure you watch the original, not the remake, reboot, whatever they want to call it. The original. You cannot ever top the original Halloween.
And as I thanked PJ in the show, because when younger generations go back now and they watch the original Halloween, little trivia, PJ, she gets strangled with a phone cord. Mike Myers comes up behind her and she's on the phone and just takes the cord and strangles her. And it was because of her sacrifice that they started legislation to get rid of phone cords. That's why everybody has cell phones now. PJ did that. Huh. So when you watch the movie, if you're younger, you're going to say, "What is that?" It's actually phones used to have a cord that came off of them and went to another piece of the phone.
Yeah, it's now okay. I'm sorry. The chat's lighting up with the people who've passed away recently. Angela Lansbury passed away. And then word just came out that the guy who played Hagrid in Harry Potter passed away.
Yeah, Robbie. Oh, that's devastating.
Robbie, he's but people they get a little older and things happen, and we're coming off a rough run of a couple years. I have an embarrassing story about Hagrid.
Really?
Yeah. It's I'll do it as an ode to him.
Okay.
When Boy Child 2.0 was young and was in grade school, he loved Harry Potter. He would actually like dress up with the glasses all the time. He loved Harry Potter. So being a dad and being big and have a beard, I always had to be Hagrid. So we'd walk through the mall and he'd act like Harry Potter with his little English accent, and I would just go, "Oh, Harry, you can't do that." I used the Hagrid voice. So we would do it when I drove him to school. I always drove him to school, and just talk that whole way. Am I going the right way, Harry? Let me know.
What a good dad you are.
He'd say, "You have to turn up here." Where, pony, and so we'd play games the whole way. Right. He was feeling a little under the weather, so I was trying to do a Hagrid to make him feel better. We pull up to the drop-off zone that every grade school has, and the principal is out there that day. And she's getting the kids out of this, she's helping the kids out and everything. So we pull up. Griffin's unusually quiet. He kind of stumbles out of the car, and she goes, "You're not very talkative today." And I said, "He's got a bit of a cold, Mum. He don't feel good." I was still in character, and we neglected to tell her this is something I do.
Right.
Well, to her, she didn't get the memo. So all she saw was this dad speaking like he had an affliction. So I was told she asked Boy Child 2.0 afterwards, "Is your dad okay?" But I thank you, Hagrid, for that memorable moment of scaring the hell out of the school principal.
Right. Yeah. Somebody's got to have to do that.
It's not every day you get to call a school principal Mum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh my gosh. I could just imagine.
One until I was like halfway home that I was like, oh. I should have broke character. Should have broke character. But I'm a professional. End scene.
End scene. I like that.
I like this thing you're doing with the light because it brightens up, but when it brightens back down for just a second, you actually have kind of a Mike Myers shadowy thing about you.
Ooh.
I've never thought you looked like William Shatner, but now that I see it, go ahead, do it again. Turn the light off.
Actually, it's me switching to stuff, having it ready. See?
Oh, okay. So you're doing like show production while we're talking, and that changes.
No, I used to have a second monitor, so I could just do that, and you wouldn't see that switch. But the monitor crapped out, and so
you're in a different room, or did you read?
No, I don't know. He did.
It looks different.
Cafe. There's no TMV Cafe written in the background.
It's over there.
Oh,
did you spin everything around? Yeah, okay.
okay,
Same room.
that's what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I had the desk. I moved the desk finally after so many years, so set it up more office. So yeah, it does look like a different room, but it's not. And I I'm holding off to really kind of say some news, but one of our special guests that we might be having pretty soon here on Paranormal will actually be in studios.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Let's just say it's a husband and wife team. That's all I'm going to say.
No way. Oh my
Sonny and
God.
Cher.
How'd you guess, Greg? Golly, I knew it was just.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah. Well, no, she just. Yeah.
That's cool.
You know
That's
what?
cool.
I don't remember all her songs until I hear it. I'm like, oh, that's Cher. Yeah. Where are the dolls and the lamps? Wrong house. There's no.
So a husband and wife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know who it is.
Yeah. They've been on the show quite a few times. We've had them on the radio side and we've had them on the video side. So amazing group. A lot of people don't know they're here. So I think that'll kind of be surprise when they find out.
I've had conversations with you like this before. Do you see them now?
No.
Oh.
What, did I twitch? No.
Many a conversation at Denny's after closing time.
Yeah,
the
place that never
see
closes.
These people now, EW?
Right. It's an American institution. Yeah. Sorry, I had to throw that one in because that series is about to start. Yeah.
So are you going to say who they are? Are you going to say
What?
who they are?
No. I'm going to wait until I have permanent confirmation. Then I will announce it.
Okay, I give you permanent yeah, I approve it. Go ahead.
Did you just
Okay.
call me?
Did I what?
Annie.
I didn't say.
Okay, I'm losing
You
it.
two guys are wacko. He's seeing people that aren't there, and you're hearing voices. Don't you bring that mojo to the no pants zone. Don't you bring that here.
Let's see if we can make it happen again. There's what is it? We've had okay, so you guys got to go to the Funky Werepig YouTube page, and you will see on a very special episode where he talks about the ghost that he has haunting him.
In your bathroom?
Yeah, but it's not just. It's not just
the real deal.
Oh, yeah. The real deal.
Oh, the orbs.
Well, no, I was talking like when you've actually been recording shows and you've had stuff happen.
Oh yeah. No, I was recording for the show the other day, and I'm hearing humming, and I didn't have the headset on or anything. I'm setting things up, and I'm writing notes, and my boy child's put post-it notes all over the place for me because I'm too busy thinking to be thinking. So it's the only way I can do the show. And right. I'm going through the post-it notes and stuff like that, and I started hearing humming. And I asked Lady Love, are you humming? What are you doing? Because she's down the hallway, and she kind of yells back, I'm not doing anything. I'm looking around, there's nobody humming. So I got humming there, but I wasn't recording. So I didn't capture it. But yeah, that's the latest freaky thing that's happened. The origin story is my bathroom down the hallway there years ago became haunted. I don't know why.
Well, we both know why. She's not here tonight.
Were you banging? Sweetheart? Yes. Did you bang?
Okay.
You people are voodoo people. You
Uh-uh.
people
No,
are
no, no.
hoodoo. You are hoodoo. Annie is hoodoo, and Spooky, you're voodoo. You're hoodoo voodoo people. And every time I know where it came from now. It came from TMB Cafe.
No, it came from Renee. You were on Renee's show.
My bathroom.
You were on Renee's show when the bathroom stuff started.
My bathroom is haunted.
It's
It is
a portal.
haunted.
Thanks to Renee.
It is a portal to hell. That's what it is.
Well, it's a definite portal.
You have to. No, that portal goes to hell. Most goes to like
That's
a
what I
sewer,
meant.
this and whatever.
Okay.
But that's a portal to hell. I had that guy. Remember, he was from like Kentucky or something. Wherever he was, he's a demonologist, and he was on the early Funky Werepigs when it was just the radio show.
I forgot about
when we were
that.
doing your TMV Cafe gala, original Friday night party nights.
Yeah,
he came on the show, and I had him go in there, and he examines my bathroom. And am I allowed to say it? Can I say it? Am I allowed to say it?
Go for it.
Yeah. He comes out and he tells me, "You got Satan in the shitter."
He did too. He did too.
That? So
Okay. Excuse me. I gotta sit up here.
And so yeah, that's legendary, and it's been going on ever since then. Then I started, because I'm smart. I'm thinking. I'm always trying to solve problems, and I thought I got it. So I started pouring holy water in the toilet before I would flush it. A little mayhem and get it out of there. Go.
Oh, I could say something, but I'm not.
And
I'll let the chat say it.
Go ahead, guys. Holy.
Is that what you're using?
Is that what you use to explain the sulfur smell?
I wish it was a sulfur smell. I have 2 boy childs, and I can't pick an identifying noun to describe that smell. That's I know it's green. I think I smell green. I'm not sure if that's a smell, and not like spring green, like Shrek green.
So,
yeah, it's but I think the holy water works. But then then it started coming down the hallway and now haunts the no pants zone. So all the freaky deaky stuff's happening in the no pants zone while I'm trying to work, and it's very disturbing. And then I had Miss Tanya on, and she said it's because of the holy water. Whatever in the bathroom, it scared the hell out of her.
She got attacked by when she started talking about Elvis.
Yes, that's on her. But she was saying my problem was that by dumping the holy water in the toilet, it drove them out of the bathroom, and they went where they had to go, and that's why they came down the hallway into the no pants zone. So now they're here. But while I was talking to her about that problem on the air, live on the show, I think it's last year. In fact, it's last Halloween show in season 2. And Courtney, that was the Courtney Gaines show. That's when Courtney was on. That's not Miss Tanya.
No, actually, that wasn't supposed to pop up yet, but it did. So we're coming up to the halfway point where we usually do the fight or flight. This is actual security footage, image from a zoo in Amarillo, Texas. So we're going to try to zoom it in and put it in there a little bit better for you guys to see. So as you can see, there is some kind of creature that the zoo is actually asking people if they can identify it. What is this?
Chupacabra.
Actually,
that was one.
I stand corrected. That actually could be Miss Tanya.
Well, I had a belief it's a little something else. Because, when we talk about the images seen, this here looks like something else that a lot of people have proclaimed is out there. And this will show you a better image of that. And that is simply what they called skinwalkers. These were Native Americans that were believed to be able to look like whatever animal they claimed they had the spirit animal of. And so you can see the wolf basically on his head because they would skin the animals and do this. This was a real deal. But skinwalkers have been really making a huge presence in the paranormal world because, they keep talking about them, and they've got Skinwalker Ranch and so forth. So it's going to be hard to say yay or nay on that, but it comes back down to the people seeing this image and
Can
what
you
is
zoom
it?
in anymore?
Yeah. That's probably about as close as I can get without it getting pixelated.
Gotcha.
Well,
And
you
that's
can
outside
see
the zoo?
now the ear. Yeah.
The image is from the zoo's cameras.
So is that outside the zoo or what they call it walking around inside the zoo?
That's the part I don't know. I mean, even the article that went worldwide kind of mentioned it this way.
That could be one of the village people.
I was thinking that too. But, it's hard to say. Look at his legs even. The legs don't even look right.
Well, that's very judgmental. Are you leg shaming?
I am. Hey,
Well, then
I
go
go
for
around.
it. Yeah. Because if it's a skinwalker, they got it coming.
Yeah, well, come on. If we're doing no pants, you better have some legs to do that no pants.
Yeah, I'm a fan already. Look at that.
So,
wow.
Again, this is a real deal. This is not like it was photoshopped or fake.
When did this picture happen? Is this like an older picture reboot, or did this happen recently?
It was I think we got it in August.
Okay. So within the past few months.
Yeah. But still, I mean, you look at this thing and it's intriguing. You just see, I also wonder, is it looking straight or is it turned and looking almost right at the camera?
You can see kind of both.
Yeah.
You can see kind of both because it looks like two eyes and a nose pointing at you. But it's wearing one of those goofy hats. It looked like what do they call them? A toque. I think they call it a toque. The Canadians wear them. Let's call up Zombie Zach real quick on Speed Dial. The McKenzie brothers used to wear them on Strange Brew. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's pop that down and let's see if I can get ZZ in here. I'd like to know what he would say because I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, that's a Canadian guy. They wear those toques. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
They got the furry things that come down and tied on the chin, and it's a flat thing. That's what that is. That's a naked Canadian. Explains the legs too. Have you ever seen a Canadian's legs? They look like that.
It could be ZZ.
They look like that. I've met quite a few Canadians. And here's the weird thing about Canadians anyway. Talk about skinwalkers. Canadians, they can look just like us. Like if you're walking in a crowd, there can be Canadians all around you and they blend. They blend. You don't even know. You don't even know.
I don't know how we can manage.
Bring a Canadian on. Get Zombie Zach on here.
I'm messaging him. I'm waiting for his answers. But
I miss that guy anyway. I haven't talked to. We do internet trading and hey, how are you? And likes and thumbs and stuff like that.
Oh,
whatever.
I
haven't talked to ZZ in forever. I miss him. I miss Zombie Zach.
I was a guest on his show 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
I haven't been on After Rot for a while either. He's After Rot. A lot of people don't know this. He's passed 4,000 episodes of that show every Wednesday night. 4,000 episodes. So that's 4,000 Canadian. It's only like 200 American because it's
okay.
But it's like 4,000 Canadian.
Bless you.
It's amazing. Is there someone there?
The cat.
Or is that a ghost sneeze?
Yeah, that's a ghost sneeze right there.
Oh, that thing did that?
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
That's
As you can see, he is not a tiny cat. Romy.
That's a Wendigo. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You got your own. You're growing your own cryptids. I'm so proud of you.
Shh, don't tell
go
no one.
out there. Don't go out there chasing them. Don't go showing
we're nice and
pictures.
we release.
Grow your own.
Looks like we might have a visitor.
Really? Is he coming on?
Yeah.
When he comes on, I'm going to ask him to show his legs. You'll see what I mean. Canadian legs are weird.
Yeah, he between you and him, I'm getting craziness here. But you when we get images, obviously we do what we can to investigate them. I've gotten stuff that it's a joke.
Yeah.
The first thing that always comes to mind is, why is it so blurry? Clear it up. Come on, And then there's times that people, they don't. They just say this is the way it came out.
Yeah, and you can
never picture in your family, but you can't take a picture of that ghost. What the hell?
Yeah, it doesn't stop you from taking the time, if you're serious about what you're doing, taking the time to examine each and every picture. I used to do that with this magazine. It was called Playboy, and I would go through and examine every picture in detail, just trying to name it. You know what I mean?
Hey, look,
if I was seeing what I was seeing.
Yeah,
and
we got
a lot of those things to this day, I still can't identify. I don't know what some of those things are.
Oh, is this the Canadian Apple sign?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is the Canadian Apple logo.
I didn't do it.
It's just a ball?
Just a ball.
He's just a ball.
I want to see
an orb here. An orb.
I can't. I don't have a video camera on this machine.
You're the master of all tech and media.
That's why I have like 7 computers.
To a camera.
No camera on this machine.
What machine are you using? A lawnmower?
Yes.
Why don't you use one of your other machines that have cameras?
Because they're over there and currently running other things. Got to take over the world.
What are we going to do tomorrow, Pinky?
No, I know what he's doing. He's Bitcoin mining.
No, that's silliness.
What was that?
That's a Bitcoin.
I only got to see a bit of it.
Yeah.
What's funny is I have one as well.
I ripped it right out of the blockchain. Gonna buy me an NFT. I know all the lingo.
I had a blockchain. It was going from my pants to my wallet, but
that was back in your thug days. You were a gangster going around with your blockchain.
There you go.
Holding up your pants like overalls.
Yeah. All right, Mr. ZZ.
Hello.
We're talking about this image right here that was captured by a zoo in Amarillo, Texas.
Is that a chupacabra?
See, there you go. Great minds think alike.
But that's what a Canadian. That's what a Canadian would say to throw you off.
Just to throw you off track. It's a mugwump.
Right. That's a good one too. No, I was saying because we were trying to figure out if the head was facing us or looking away, if it's looking at you, you can see kind of the eyes and the nose. And I said that would happen if he's wearing a toque, which they have in Canada, which started me thinking that's a Canadian.
But he's got a tail,
Yes. What's your point?
and he's got backwards cloven feet.
Yeah. Yeah. So do Canadians.
No, we have
Fine.
forward hoof and feet.
Oh.
Okay, so ED says to look at the hip placement. So I'm going to bring this back down so we
Are
all.
we allowed to? That's kind of personal.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not doing it.
That's like that book I was looking at, that magazine I was telling you about. Yeah, you have to look at the hip placement.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Still don't know. Still don't know.
So what gets me though is
You know what I mean about the Playboy.
what? Oh well, I was going to mention
Still don't know.
something there. I did not know a particular famous individual who is a judge on The Masked Singer started her career as a Playboy model.
Courtney Gaines?
No.
Oh.
He was
Judge
too
Judy.
young.
Judge Judy.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, Judge Wapner, because I don't want to see him naked either.
Oh,
And
no,
Rusty
no.
the Bailiff.
Yes,
Yeah,
him
there
too.
you
Big
go.
fan. Big fan.
Yeah. Jenny McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's, yeah. And then she was kind of like a comic. And then she hated needles. And now she's on the, what is it?
The Masked Singer.
Oh, she's a Masked Singer person. Cool.
Well, she's, a judge on it, which is, yes, Jenny McCarthy, which is kind of funny because, she's now a very well-known individual, but, you go back and look into her history and how, everything about her, you're just like, wait, what?
I'm going to tell you a fun fact. And
Uh-oh.
and what a dumbass I am.
Oh, no.
So my grandparents, within like a year of each other, and I was in high school at the time, they passed away.
Mhm.
So being the oldest grandson, I am part of the clean out the attic and everything. Why does he get a close up? He's not even here. He's not even here. He's a ball.
Well, it won't let me change my image either.
I was wondering what happened to that.
Oh, Avatar. Oh, let's see. What
So,
we can-
anywho, that's where I belong, up top, right there. That's it. All me, all 24/7.
Okay.
And I'm talking about my measurements. So anyway, I'm in charge of cleaning out the attic, which hasn't been cleaned out in forever. And
Oh,
my
Lord.
grandparents were very old people. They lived a long, long life. So there's all kinds of things I find. To cut to the chase, I find an old deck of cards, right? I'm going through the deck of cards, and it's from like the 30s or 40s,
Oh, wow.
and they're naked lady cards.
Oh.
So the old black and white pictures of the old kind of pictures. And in that stack, I recognized somebody. And I went, hey, is this who I think that is? And so this would be when I was in high school. So this would be like 2-3 years ago. And we look, it's an old naked black and white picture of, can I get a drum roll? I need a drum roll. Betty White.
No way.
Yes.
Well, she's older than sliced bread.
Well,
It is
yeah,
old,
but-
she must have been early 20s. It's Betty White. She looks like Betty White. It's Betty White posing because back then they kind of did so they
Mhm.
kind of covered things up or whatever, like the sideward pose and whatever.
The
But it's
burlesque
Betty
pose.
White. And I
Yeah.
thought it was hilarious. And I kept the deck of cards and put them somewhere. And then I moved like 100 times when I was young. And then Betty White became Betty White. Because back then I think she was just on the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Right. Yeah.
We
She
didn't
hadn't had the
know.
popularity yet.
No, yeah. Back then she was going to be Betty White. Could you imagine if I could find that card today?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would be able to buy half of TMV Cafe.
Oh, I was just gonna say with it, I could probably have bought half of a foot-long sub.
No. You live in Texas, they got big ass subs.
Yes, they do.
So,
Uh,
but I've isn't that wild? I
Mhm.
had a naked picture of Betty White, and I don't know what I did with it.
What?
Yeah.
You should have kept that, protected it, put it in casing and stuff.
I made
yeah,
a
because it
mistake.
probably would be valuable.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I did kind of keep it, but I thought because of the way I kept it, I didn't really need to keep an eye on the card, which is what's worth the money. But without too much, I love the picture so much. It's tattooed on my left cheek.
Where it should be.
So, and believe me, you can even ask Lady Love. That's worth nothing. So,
Wow. Okay.
But,
Never thought I would see it that way, but okay.
oh, you'll see it. Yeah, you'll see
Yeah,
it.
he'll flash it to you.
Yeah, you'll
No,
see
no,
it.
no, no. I don't want that. No, no, because see, you got to
Oh,
understand.
speak for yourself. I want to see it.
Wait, give me a second.
Okay.
Yes,
Give me,
yes,
wait,
I have a fan club of one.
one moment. If
One
you
per
get a
cheek.
tattoo,
There's only one per cheek, one fan per
if
cheek.
you get a tattoo of some sexy young lady when you're young, she's gonna age with you.
I'm not saying she doesn't look like Betty White, the Betty White
As
that
of
we
now.
know now.
Yeah.
So at the time I got it, she looked like young, fresh, perky Betty White.
Yeah.
But now she looked like more towards hot in Cleveland Betty White.
Yeah, well, I kind of remember her on the behind the scenes of
Not behind.
no, what was that movie with
Oof. That
Oh,
whole deck
God.
of cards goes for over $100.
yeah.
Really? You found it?
Yeah. It's available on the eBays.
Okay, so I wasn't making it up, right? I didn't imagine it. Betty White is naked in that pack.
There's actually apparently 9 cards in which she's nude in that series, 1940s.
Whoa.
Now,
And-
did Grandma know that Grandpa had this deck of cards?
It might have been grandma's. I don't know.
You never know.
It might have been grandpa's.
I didn't ask questions, and I still don't. So
Okay, so
they're
Ryan
pretty
Reynolds,
high up on a shelf, and my grandpa was a very short man. So I'm just going off of that.
right. Ryan Reynolds did a movie some years ago with him and Betty White was in it. And I'm trying to remember the name of it because it also had Sandra Bullock in it.
Was it one of the Deadpool movies?
No, I wish. But no.
Betty White was in a Deadpool movie?
No. She was in this.
Sandra Bullock was in that movie. Sandra
Yeah.
Bullock was in that movie.
Yes. Do you remember the name? The Proposal. That's it. The Proposal. There was a clip there, and I loved it. There was a clip after, or hidden in part of that, where she was telling Ryan that she just wanted to make mad, passionate love to him, but she was talking about leaning over, to dry herself off, and then finding out she's stepping on her own breast, and he just lost it. It's like, yeah, I can imagine your tattoo probably looks like that now.
Like hacky sack.
Yeah. Oh man, there was some actually hilarious bloopers in there.
Yes.
Zombie Zach doesn't even blink. Look at him. He just doesn't even blink. He's amazing.
He's staring into the souls
Of the
Give
See,
me
void.
what
cookies,
did
he
you
might-
decide to
he
watch
is-
tonight?
He's what?
What movie did you watch tonight?
Did I?
No, Zach.
Oh, I haven't watched a movie yet tonight. I just got home a little while ago and popped on the last episode of Rings of Power, and tonight's main movie will probably be The Wolfman, the original from the 30s.
Ooh,
I
good
saw that
one.
you did Frankenstein and Dracula, so I figured,
Yep.
wrong before we get to the creature.
I'm here.
Not sure. He's right there.
And I guess I'm the bride of Frankenstein. Huh?
I have to. It's probably already passed, but major theaters in the area around here are showing classic movies. I guess with Turner's classic movies or whatever, they're bringing them back for Halloween. And I took the boy child's a couple of weeks ago to see the original Halloween with PJ Souls, where she gets strangled by a phone cord.
Yeah.
And we went to we saw that, and then the coolest thing is because it was like a 45-minute drive to get to the oh, that's true. Hey, it's Jack William Finley. I love that guy.
Jack finally found the place.
I love Jack William Finley. He's awesome. That guy's cool, and he spells words with a Z. He spells words with a Z at the end.
Well, not only that, but see, I miss seeing. I haven't been on Facebook for a while, so I miss seeing the pictures of all his different cats.
EW, you're so damn popular. You've probably been on my show twice in the past year. Really? And then you're doing After Rot. So you and then and you're now doing Annie's show.
Yeah. Well, she made my wife. She told my wife that if I didn't come over here, that she could beat me with her cane.
Yes.
Hit him.
Exactly.
Drink.
Drink. Yeah, I know, but this little. It's too high. The chair's too high.
Yeah, you are.
I wish.
Look how blurry you are. You know you're stoned.
If I push it down, you probably just see my forehead.
Yeah.
She just doesn't want to come down, so everybody knows that it's
That's right. That's how high she is.
And mine is in perfect. And I'm in perfect harmony with the entire thing around me.
Yes, look at you. You're perfectly symmetrical.
Yep. Hey, if you guys do want to see ZZ actually live and in picture, you have to go back on one of our older YouTube shows that we had him on. We actually had a whole group of people on, and surprised in every one of us, if you remember, Greg, when all of a sudden we see ZZ live on a camera, we're like, dude.
And then I showed some action figures and statues and shit.
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah. I was talking with one of my students earlier this week and actually showed parts of that episode to them.
As you should.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to show him, because we talk with the languages, people have accents. So we got the Baltimore accent, the Canadian accent.
I ain't got no accent, eh? Because y'all know I don't speak like that, eh?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
See what I told you guys? They blend.
We do.
They can look just like us.
Yes. We can even build it better and faster and the rest of that one. We have the technology.
All right.
So
let's go with the promotion again for Mr. Gregory Hall. For those who don't know, he does have a brand new episode for their season 3 of the Funky Werepig.
I watched it.
With the amazing.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you, man. It's fun, goofy stuff. I think the boy childs mainly do it so I can That's right. Dracula's Winky. Yeah.
I crossed that page the other day, dude. I busted out laughing. I was like, how can I forget about that? Yeah.
I actually have a cool announcement to make. We're hoping in time for Christmas, the Funky Werepig, our team came together and we're actually making ZZ, you'll remember this stuff because you were part of the first Renegade crew that used to do this when it was Cho Road.
Yeah.
We're bringing back the fun books.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing a Funky Werepig fun book. I'm millennializing it because I know that reading is exhaust word stuff. So I have made a personal guarantee to any reader that every fun book we put out will be 100 pages or less. So you can read it while you're driving. You can read it in the bathroom if it's not haunted. They're quick reads, but we're putting one out. It should be out by Christmas, so you can get it as a stocking stuffer. This one is called, the very first one we're doing is called Smile When It's Big Enough.
Jesus.
And it actually has in it, a script, an original script from Dracula's Winky, in which I praise my voice actors. We had it as a YouTube series at one point. I praise my top-notch voice actors. David Dunwoody, who is the voice of Dracula. Michael Holquist, who is the voice of Chad the werewolf. He's a hippie. He's a hippie werewolf. And the star of the show, Juan the Armadillo, played by Zombie Zach.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Do you remember that episode?
I do.
I think the episode is called Whatever, Chad.
God.
Where Chad the werewolf comes in. Juan's trying to talk Dracula and leaving, going to America, because everybody gets along there.
Yeah.
And tries to talk Dracula into finally leaving Transylvania, and he's not going to do it. And then Chad the werewolf comes in and has to borrow their bathroom. Bathroom scene.
Oh yes, the bathroom.
You remember that
scene.
one?
The bathroom scene. Yes.
Where Chad's in the bathroom, and Chad, not to ruin it, but Chad explains the true curse of being a werewolf is that you're only a werewolf for one night, but it takes more than 24 hours for whatever to go through your digestive system. So you don't find out what you ate until you're a human again a day or two later.
Oh, God.
Yep. Like a license plate.
Yeah, like a license plate or whatever. So, yeah, he's explaining that while he's in the bathroom, that's the true fun of being a werewolf.
Jeez.
I don't know what I ate until I pass it a couple of days later.
Yeah. Wow.
Magical days, Dracula's Winky.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
That was special fun.
Well, the Choate Road days were awesome, too.
That was where this all began. All this
That
insanity
was.
began there. It was great. It was fun stuff. We were I think we were voted the top horror website for 3 years in a row. And the only reason we won is because everyone in horror worked on Choate Road.
Oh, no way.
So
That's a great
when
way
we
to
voted.
do it.
We already had to vote because every damn person in horror was on Choate Road.
Yeah. Greg, you gave me an idea. I think, should it be time that we come out with the... Do I have it here? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Don't do it in the trap.
No. Talk to yourself a second. What the hell? No, I don't want to be up here.
Oh, come on.
He has lost control of the show.
I'm saying. Okay. One
You're
second.
so sweet.
I'm going to grab something.
Hey, now.
No. Don't.
That's on your time.
And I don't need that picture. That's the kind that I used to see in Playboy.
Yes. Hey, don't tell nobody.
That's just wrong. That's wrong, Spooky.
It's left. Because it ain't right.
It's upside down.
Yes, it is. Well, he's upside down.
So I'm thinking we might have to work on this faster because I did not realize
so much. There is so much fear coming on this side of the camera.
Well,
What's he going to show? What's he going to show? We don't know.
I remember that.
Yeah, take a look at the date.
Yeah,
2021?
That's when all the Mayans dropped dead.
Yeah, this 10 years old. Do you think we should do a 10-year anniversary one?
10 years old. Wow, you're good at math. I would have taken it. I would have had to come back to the show next week and go. 2012 was 10 years ago.
Well, this is going to hold some old information in it that you cannot get your hands on anymore, like Lulu tweets.
Yeah.
Lulu tweets. Ah, ha, ha. You know what? Ha 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 ha. Guess what? Guess what? In a Halloween episode that's dropping like this Halloween coming up, our guest is Sir Lawrence C. Conley, the great writer, and he worked with Mick Garris and all those guys on Nightmare Cinema, the movie, and he's a great actor and all this other stuff. He's our guest. He comes by every once in a while. He's doing a Halloween show, and Magic Farmers Incorporated always drops in a skit every Funky Werepig show. Guess which one they're doing for this one?
Lulu tweets.
We're doing Lulu tweets.
But
Yeah,
update.
Are you guys going to be doing Lulu tweets?
We're doing Lulu tweets, a new version of it, updated for YouTube.
Well, for those who don't know, there's even stuff in here by ZZ.
Yes, there is. You can't have a fun book without, you have to at least drop some Bitcoin and get ZZ in there.
Yeah, well, I dropped a Bitcoin. I never found it again.
That's because it went in the bit.
Okay, let's see if this one will show.
What is that one?
No.
Legend of Wee
Legends
Wee.
of something Wee.
Yeah, that's one of the guys that way back when I was starting comedy, he was an influence on me. And we used to call him Wheat Wee because he would impersonate Eddie Murphy impersonating buckwheat. He would steal all whatever Eddie Murphy did. He would steal it and then put it in his act. But he would change it instead of buckwheat. He would call it Wheat Wee, so it wasn't the same thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did not know that.
That's the legend of Wheat Wee. That's he
The last one I'll mention, also by Zombie Zach, is Sometimes.
Sometimes what?
That was the title of it. It was one of your poems.
Yeah, and that was because the thing about that poem was sometimes he would actually write the poem down, and that time he didn't.
That's right.
He just wrote sometimes as a blank page.
That was it. It was just the one word. That was
Now,
all.
some of the books had the poem. That was the cool thing. It's like Pokemon. You had to buy and trade them all.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, I love every time I don't have my Nook with me, but every time I read Old School, you get.
I was going to say we've got to mention Old School. That is it. If you don't have ZZ's poetry books, one of the greatest master things I've ever seen him do is we did this anthology called Old School, because I was kind of fed up with how classic monsters were just being abused. So like
Night Vampires.
Yeah, Twilight had completely destroyed vampires. Frankenstein was on cereal boxes. Bigfoot was selling beef jerky. It was just so sad. So I came up with this idea. Let's do an anthology. Everyone get a couple stories. So we actually had a bowl with folded up pieces of paper, and everybody got to pick 2 monsters, and then you had to write a short story about them, but make it old school the way they were. So it was a cool premise, but it was missing a little something. So everybody got like 2 stories, but we needed something to bring it all together. Zombie Zach.
I did that.
Zombie Zach. He could do it. So Zombie Zach not only connected everything by writing a poem before every monster. So every monster you read, so if it's vampires, he wrote a poem about vampires. If it's werewolf, he wrote a poem about werewolves. The whole thing was so cool. But here's the dealio. Not only was he able to do that for probably 20 monsters?
I was just looking it up. Yeah, I think it was about 20.
20 monsters or so. Yeah. He wrote 20 poems for 20 monsters, which is amazing because it's what binds the book together. But not only did he do that, he made it specific to the voice of each monster.
Nice.
That is Kick Bahookie.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So
thank you, sir.
A lot of poets, they have their own style, they have their own rhythm, but it's basically the same kind of poem every time. You can identify them by it. Zombie Zach went the extra mile and was like, "This? How do you say this? This poem is in the voice of the Blob. Who does
He
that?
does it.
Who
He did
does
it.
that?
Yep. There's quite. This
He's a
book
genius.
was. This
I
book
wish he was here to hear that. For a second, I just want to say this. I wish he was here to hear us say that. That Zombie Zach is a genius.
Right.
Well, thank you.
So I just noticed that this version that we have posted up here are actual used copies of paperbacks, but still, it's quite worth getting it because I mean, there's some names in there. If you want to see, we've got Luis Bomer. He was the editor. Who's this guy? I'm sorry, Captain America.
That's right. I wasn't wearing any pants. They went to take a picture of me. All I had was the shield.
Yeah.
You got to do what you can.
And is there.
David Dunwoody.
Yeah.
David Dunwoody is one of the most incredible writers I've ever known. Nobody's brain works like David Dunwoody's. He is.
How does he? Yeah, I want to know where he gets his ideas from because there's some. I was reading one of his stories again the other day, and I'm like, oh my god.
And he pisses me off. He pisses me off because he will come up with stuff that not only is genius, but to smear it in your face, it's something you should have thought of. It's like, how has nobody ever thought of this before?
Right.
He has these novels, Empire, and then there's a couple of spin-offs with it. And in it, it's when the zombie craze was going on, even before like Walking Dead. So everything was a zombie book, a damn zombie book. You couldn't read horror without it being a zombie book. There's only one zombie, and we all know who that is.
Hi.
Annie.
No, she's.
Oh no, I'm
Well,
not. No.
He said hi. I said Annie.
Hi.
Oh, that's right. Hi. You're still blurry. You are so baked. You are so baked. You're an easy bake oven.
See, hey, I can do that today. It's the guys and one girl.
Instead,
yeah, why? Yeah. Okay.
but Dunwoody wrote this thing called Empire, and it's amazing. You have to get it. You have to read it. It is an amazing
book.
You have to get it. While everyone was writing zombies and people trying to escape zombies and hiding from zombies and how do you survive in an apocalyptic world, he spun it so that there's an enemy of the zombies who comes to Earth to destroy all the zombies because it's cutting into his business, and it's basically the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper comes to Earth with his scythe and starts just destroying zombies because people aren't dying because they're sticking around as zombies. Well, that would technically piss off the Grim Reaper. Who thinks of that? Dunwoody thinks of that. Guy's a genius. Freaking, his like head's the same size as ours, but it's really like this. It's really like this. I've seen him walk through doorways where he's gotten stuck.
Well, I have to put this out there because nobody's quite done it. We're going to mention it now. There's 10 items that we have available for people, which are CDs from artists, and they're still, well, most of them are sealed, but some of them we didn't get them as sealed, so, but the CDs are all in there. And there's some books that we're going to give away, but if we can get out of the 10 people to the people to go and contribute here, this is our giveaway, supported giveaway, $20 a month to help keep the station on the air too. We're not only going to do that, but one lucky donator could win the this is not in print anymore, so just have to mention that. But one lucky supporter can actually win a signed copy of The Mortal Vampire.
Who signed it?
Aha! See? We are as one.
I'm sorry, I don't know. So
The cat signed it.
The sneezing cat?
The sneezing cat, yes.
That's frightening. I don't want to
So-
do something.
Okay,
This is
but
a,
EW,
this is
one
a
quick
golden
question for you.
opportunity.
Where
Huh?
was
Yeah,
where was that
do me a favor,
support-a-thon?
boss. Hold it
On
up
our-
so I can see who wrote it.
Hold it up so you can
Okay.
see who wrote it.
Okay, there you
He did.
Oh, okay.
Not he-
You, Bradford.
He did.
Yeah.
You, Bradford.
So the place to do it on is our Patreon page. And it's really simple. You just go patreon.com/TMV Cafe Radio.
I wasn't paying attention. What is it?
Patreon.com/TMV Cafe Radio.
I got it that time.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, there's other things you can do. If you want to get an opportunity to even literally be a video guest and turn it around to interview me, we're giving people an opportunity to do that. It's a 30-minute segment, but you have to go to the Patreon page to see what it is and what we would do to, show our support for you guys supporting us as well. So
I think the big grand prize for someone who like donates like $500, let's say. If you donate $500,
that would be
the real prize would be you get to be a guest on After Rod. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine?
I would need the person who runs that show to.
They'd have to sign waivers and shit because nobody lasts a full hour on After Rod.
I know, right?
Unless they bring cookies.
Even then, it's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
It's pretty.
There's always a secret.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So that would be like the Grand Poobah prize. That would be to be on After Rod.
Wait
Oh
a
my God.
second.
That's the show I was telling you about earlier.
Jack-
They're celebrating like 4,000 episodes soon.
Right. Jack, you have a copy of my book?
He's got a copy of all our books.
I didn't know he had a copy of mine. Because I was told by my publisher that this is how many sold.
Well,
Ooh,
your
maybe he got the pirated
publisher
copy.
was famous for that.
Yeah, he got the pirated version. Oh, you have two of mine. I'll message you probably over the weekend if you want. We'll find a way I can sign them for you.
Well, what I like to do, because I get that offer quite, like people say, well, is there a way you can sign it? And I live in Hawaii, and I just go, yeah. So what I do is I found out that if you take
Worcestershire
what are the ones that a Sharpie? If you take a Sharpie, I found this out. If you take a Sharpie and on a piece of like paper towel, don't write it on paper because it won't work. Take like a piece of paper towel and you write your name on the paper towel with a Sharpie. It has to be a Sharpie, and mail it to them. When it gets to them, all they have to do is lick it and push it on the book, and you peel it off, and your autograph's right there.
Gotcha.
I have no comment.
You just gotta hope they used a Sharpie.
What, and not a poopy?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. So a lot of satisfied customers for me.
Oh God, I just never
And he's
thought
not
that one
talking
was
to me
coming
anymore.
that way.
And he's given up talking to me. She's like, I've got your paper towel, you bastard. And I tried it.
Yeah. I will say I have been inspired to write a new book. Oh,
Yeah?
Hold on. Before I do that, he says he might even know where he stumbled across his copy of Ugly Joe.
Ugly Kid Joe.
I read that one too.
It's like Muppet Babies.
Oh God.
It's when he was much younger. But Ugly Kid Joe. You know what? I get so many people ask that call it that because there's a group called, I guess, Ugly Kid Joe. There's some underground group called Ugly Kid Joe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they made a couple of albums.
And my book's called The Legend of Ugly Joe. The kid is silent, but
Well, he better be.
Yeah.
but oh my God, if I could team up with Ugly Kid Joe and have them, we'll do some kind of cross promotion. That would be awesome.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I was asked recently if I would write an inspirational book, a motivational book. So I told people, the few that have been asking me to do this, that I would start working on it.
Yeah.
So I have started. Yeah.
And so it's going to be a different kind of fun book.
No, that wouldn't be a fun book. That would be an inspirational book. I love this comment, Jack.
Here's
Shush.
the thing, and I will tell you a little secret about Zombie Zach. Zombie Zach always has books coming out, and they're on the way. They'll be here. You just have to be patient, because he's also probably one of the maybe 3 or 4 guys I know who is simultaneously working on 27,000 other things,
give or take.
Yeah. So he's you can't get the world. You can't get.
And you said you said one of 3 guys.
One of a couple guys. One of a couple guys. Few guys. Few guys. One of a few guys. But yeah, Zombie Zach always has something going. Always moving and grooving. And when it comes to projects, he's Plus, he's got After Rot.
Yes.
That's on episode 4,000 coming up soon.
468's the next episode.
Exactly. I mean, that's
468. Wow.
10 years and a half now.
Have you thought about what you're doing for the big 500?
No, I don't need that kind of pressure. Stop.
You're going to make him stop doing After Rot to finish one of his damn books.
It, I'm going to stop at $4.99 and leave it for like 5 years before 500 comes out.
He's going to do $5.99 and like 5 minutes of episode 5 and then leave.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of it? That was it.
That was
it.
it.
Put it on loop.
Yep.
Play it over and over and over and over again.
Oh my God, they did that something like that here. There was a radio station that claimed one of their DJs, barricaded himself in, and so they were playing Wild Thing over and over and over all day. Then it went beyond that into the overnights, and then it was in the next day, and it was a big promotional stunt to get them to, for the new whoever bought the station out.
Sounds like something the Bong Brothers would do.
Bong. Ding.
I'm going to feel bad. I have a book of Alethia's, but it's not her poetry book.
Is it A is for apples?
No, I don't have my digital reader here. I wish I did. But I do have, where is it?
Is it Enchanted? Is that what it's called?
I think that's it.
Yeah. It's probably one of her more popular series, yeah.
That would be Envision, but that's somebody else.
You don't recognize that name?
Alethea Contis doesn't know how to spell her name.
That's definitely not the way she spells her name.
Yeah, but you don't recognize that name? That person was interviewed by somebody out of these 4 people.
Annie.
Don't look at me.
I can't help it. I have to.
Wait, I think I recognize that name.
You better recognize that name. Sherilyn Kenyon?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a major best-selling author, legendary writer, and paved the way for many a feminine persuasion author to get to where they deserve to go.
As they should.
Well, let's just put it like this. I never thought I would see Greg giddy like a child until that show got booked and actually happened.
Yeah, she was a cool lady, very cool lady. I got to cyber meet her and hang out with her for a little bit, and then she, because she ran in pretty tight circles, a big
Yeah.
person like that. So I kind of had to work my way in. So it took a couple months, and we kind of became buddies. And then she trusted me enough to come on the show, and within minutes was talking to me about. She was actually because that was the radio days, so you could talk anywhere because you can
Nobody could see.
multitask and whatever while the show was going on. And she was. We opened the show, and I can't remember how far it was into it, but there was noises, and I asked her what she was doing, and she was throwing axes at a tree.
As one should.
So
There's a sport, an axe throwing sport.
Yes, there is.
yeah,
It's
she was
fun.
doing this way before there was a sport. I think she was
Oh,
aiming at
okay.
people, but they were hiding behind the tree.
Yes.
She didn't play. She didn't play around. So I dropped half of my questions and then forwarded them to her while we were live. I said, "Is this question okay?" Because she knew where I lived. But yeah, you don't mess with Charlene Kenyon.
Yeah.
She will throw an axe at you. So I only booked her the one time. That was it. That was
Yeah.
I had
Well,
enough. That was
as long as there's no returns.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put a return on that.
Or rides
No,
again.
not on a guest like that.
No, I mean on the axe.
Oh, yeah. The boomerang.
Boomerang axe. Point. Okay, that was a bad idea.
Yeah. So okay, let's promote one more time. So before we head out, Mr. Greg Hall, you can catch his new season of the Funky Werepig right here on YouTube. So make sure you go and type in the Funky Werepig.
Yeah, it's real easy. You go to YouTube. There are probably 10,000 different werepigs out there. They all have YouTube shows. I'm the funky one. So type in werepig, but just think he's the funky one, and it'll lead you right there. We just started season 3, so you can dive right in. But the other ones are stored in there as well. Season 2 has some phenomenal people as well. Courtney Gaines, which we were talking about earlier. Joan V. Just a ton of people. But this is brand new with this season. PJ was just a couple weeks ago. We got Sir Lawrence C. Conley for the Halloween special. And then I'm never quite sure where we go. I know we have Casey Lansdale for the annual. I have to word this
the
properly.
Christmas one. Yep.
We debated this last year. She's been in every holiday show for us because I think she's a big star, and big stars deserve their own Christmas special. So I said, you're more than welcome to come on with mine. So this will be our 3rd annual, and we had to word it the 3rd Funky Werepig Casey Lansdale annual holiday special. Because if you put the annual there, then the holiday is annual. And that way, if one of us never shows up, if we say the annual Funky Werepig Casey Lansdale, then that implies that we'll both be there annually. But if you use annual in front of holiday, then the holiday is annual, and we can both skip out one year if we want.
But where's the perennials?
They're dead. It's winter. Those flowers die.
Oh wait, winter is coming.
It is.
So also, you want to check out ZZ on Wednesdays at
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you. For After Rot, and it's a great show. You have some great guests on there, and then you get some wild times. This is when he's hopped up on caffeine, and the squirrels
Cookies, no caffeine. Caffeine doesn't do it for me. Cookies, sugar does.
It's cookies, and then you got to hide your nuts because the squirrels are coming.
Always hide the nuts because the squirrels are always everywhere.
And then Annie does a show. What day of the week is that? Oh, on Fridays. That's right. You do a show on Fridays.
I do on Fridays.
Yeah. So you guys got to make sure you go watch her show. See? So, and I'm just here. I'm just the.
Oh, poo.
But as for paranormal, for those, since we're wrapping up, and if you watch afterwards and stuff, we got to first say thank you guys for tuning in. If you are watching via YouTube, please make sure you like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. So you can always know when we're coming back on live, which is typically every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And, well, of course, our seasonal, we'll stop at a certain time because partially the summer reasons, weather's hectic.
It was a crazy summer. It really was.
But COVID's really kind of put us in a situation where we're able to do like Greg does and have a seasonal type show so we can take our breaks too. But, are you asking about the Electric Wizard? You guys are talking about the show. Okay. Where was I?
Right there.
Right
Okay.
there. Left of center, center of the right.
The fact that you can go seasonal. And I had you just on the show in June. And I had heard whispers and rumors about the Electric Wizard too. So my ears, you can't see them.
Samesies. I had you on a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we're working on it, and the problem we keep running into is we're getting shut down for doing the video version. So we might actually just say forget them, and we have another way of doing it, which means production will be a little bit different, but you would still get to see videos, but not on YouTube.
Vimeo.
No.
Viewmaster.
Yes.
Darn, he guessed.
I got a couple of those if you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the dinosaur ones.
Oh wow, even better. But we will have, Annie and I are working on guests. I've actually messaged quite a few, and I'm waiting on their responses as well. And as I said, we hopefully
Any of them a married couple?
One of them is a married couple that we will try to have live in studio. So keep
it is not
tuned in
Sonny
for
and
that.
Cher.
It's not Sonny and Cher. It's
Is it Punch
Donald
and Judy?
No, it's Donald and Daisy.
Daisy. Oh no, wait, that's somebody else.
I'm not saying.
Do you know who it is, though, Annie? Do you know who it is?
I know who it is.
I think she knows. I
All
think
right,
she's
then
Of
gonna
course
just
I
know.
know.
Tell me one of the two.
No.
One of the two. One of the two. Wife.
Daisy.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
Give me the
no.
first. Give me the first name of the wife.
No.
The.
You have to tune in to find out.
But you didn't say what it would be.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You didn't even tell me. You don't even tell me when ZZ's coming on.
I didn't even know I was coming on.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
Hey,
You have
called-
Zombie Zach on the show tonight, and you didn't even tell him he's on.
Yeah.
You called him out. You said bring Zombie Zach in. So I got Zombie Zach here.
Wait, am I here? Is
Yeah.
anybody really here?
No.
Are we touched the effervescence of society, or is it just all like smoke,
I
mirrors, and
touched-
others weird shit?
No, I touched nothing. I don't want any of that celebrity.
Well, you're on video,
You
so we
lost
can
me
see
with
you touching.
herbal essence or whatever that word was you said.
On that note, let's head on out, folks. Thank you guys. Thank you, Greg. And
Thanks for having me, guys.
always. And we'll see everyone next week here on wherever we are on Paranormal.
Miss you, ZZ. We got to party again soon.
Absolutely.